Hey everybody, I'm Rick and welcome to Talking Habs. So I got together with a few of the Talking Habs crew and we discussed the Habs 2021 season, a roller coaster of a ride that was both fun and frustrating, exhilarating, and heartbreaking. Here's the next in this four-part series, 2021 Season in Review. Check out all four parts. Give a thumbs up if you like this video. Leave a comment and subscribe and ring the bell if you're new to the channel and want to see more Habs content. Please enjoy the show. Okay, so we're going to move on to now. I'll go to the final because we're trying to get through this and we're not doing a good job. So the finals come and at that point, quite frankly, I was confident.
I wasn't.
More confident.
No, I was not at all. I was
more confident than I should have been going into Tampa against Tampa.
Oh yeah, you, Pete, and Steve were pretty.
Yeah,
I was like, whoa.
And it was pretty obvious at the drop of the puck in Game 1 that wasn't going to be how it. I forgot. I got the round 3. So round 4 was this. Montreal loses 4-1. I have to use them. I made them. I got to use them. It was pretty obvious that within 5 minutes of Game 1, oh boy, Montreal was up in trouble here. It was pretty obvious.
Oh, they had to play.
And then Carey Price didn't, as Jeff was saying the other day, yesterday or whatever, when we were talking, all of us, and he had it right. Carey Price went from being that elite goalie, and in games 1 and 2, maybe 3. Games 1, 2, and 3.
1 and 2 for sure.
1 and 2
was good, but he just wasn't elite.
1 and 3 and part of Game 2, he wasn't the elite goalie,
but he was still very good.
He was still good
enough,
but he wasn't that elite goalie, right? He couldn't stop those impossible where he was making impossible saves before that, and then he stopped. So
there was 2-on-nones. Like
no, I know it was. It was brought up that it was more that the defense kind of let him down than Carey Price really let the team down.
Definitely.
Really. So
let's call a spade a spade.
And exactly,
we lost to a better team.
And we came to that point exactly where because I've got a lot of experience in this. In that my era is more where Montreal was always in the playoffs and usually did pretty good. If not always won the cup, but usually went 2-3 rounds. But when they came to that round where that's it, the wall's there, and it's unfortunate we had to see that. That's what happens when you meet that better team, and all that good stuff that we saw. We look like the worst team, and it's sad to see. So that happened. Tampa wins. Done. We didn't get the cup. We fell 3 games short. Now, there are positives to take from this. Lots of them. I'll list a few. If you guys want to add any, let me know. The experience for these young players is absolutely, and no pun intended, priceless. The experience. That old cliche of you got to lose if you want to win.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to be that's going to happen here. If Montreal's going to win the cup, you're going to point back and say, that experience of losing was invaluable because they learned something from it, and you'll see that in the next couple of seasons, I believe. What are the positives? Carey Price, not done yet. Carey Price ain't done yet. Everybody thought he was.
I'll add something to this. I hope this puts the fire in his belly to dominate during the season and the playoffs so that we're not the last place team and have to go the hard road.
And quite frankly, you know what? I'm expecting next season to not be one of those seasons where we're all disappointed in his play during the season. I'm expecting that exactly in that. I think if he has that fire back, he can win a cup. I think he's there where he says, you know what? I almost won a cup. I can win a cup here.
Yeah.
And I think that it's going to be really important.
And I would add that as a positive too for just for the whole team. All right, we were here, we could get there, we were there.
This was our next topic, so we're talking about Carey Price. I just wanted to put that up because I made them. I got to use them.
Weber too. Just knowing, okay, we were there, we could sniff it, but we just
that was my next point.
We couldn't do it. I think going into the season, they're going to go, okay, all right, we know we can get there. We gotta be better.
This season kind of made us all really question whether Shea Weber is done even, right? If he still got it or not, right? So this is another thing that came out that we realized that Shea Weber doesn't have to be that. As long as he can get some rest, like same like Price, he needs to play less. During
That's
the season,
what's making me fear the expansion draft because I don't want to lose Jake Allen.
During the season, he kind of needs to play less.
But
I like him to take
when he was playing bad
less.
because he was playing less, people were saying, "Oh, he needs to play more." So let Carey Price decide what Carey Price needs to do.
I'm not
Let the
talking about
coaches
Carey
decide.
Price. I'm talking about Shea Weber now.
Oh, Shea Weber. Man, he played like half the game every game in the playoffs. He played a ton.
I know. But
him and Sherrod, right? Him and Sherrod were playing
if you want him to be able to do that, you got to lower his ice time during the season. He can't do that all season and do it all playoffs.
Like Bergevin said, I'll let you go tell him that.
The reason he was able to do that is he had that injury at the end of the season, and it allowed him to be rested a little bit. That's what I think. So, the point here is that this playoffs really kind of showed a lot of people, I hope, that our goalie's not done and our captain isn't done yet. So going forward, this is really going to be good. We're going to move on to so good. We got to get through this now because we're running out of time. Our young core going forward. This is who I have in. It's not the whole core. Core is usually a little bit more of this, but you guys agree this is the young core. I got Paling there, and I agree. I admit that I got him there, and I probably shouldn't because he hasn't really made the NHL team yet, and we don't know if he's going to make it yet. Whereas I think the other guys, we can safely say, have made the NHL team and can be considered part of this young core going forward. What do you guys think of that? What do you guys think of the guys I have here? You remember them? You see them? You can remember them?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, Paling is kind of been up and down, I feel like, since, with Laval. Like, he's, you know what I mean? He's just literally been kind of up and down with the team. Laval, Montreal, Laval.
Looks like he's ready, though, at this point. So I put him there for that, but I'll give you that. It might be premature.
Right. Look, Romanov needs to play more. I mean, simple.
Yeah.
Because I think he's got his ceiling's up there with, like, it's way up there. I think he could blossom into a really good defenseman.
Would you agree this is the young part of the core going forward? I mean, you're going to add, obviously, Anderson to –
right. No, absolutely. In terms of the young guys. I mean, even depending on how they pan out, too, in the AHL. But, we got guys like Caden Gooley and Matthias Norlander. So
yeah, but that's still like Paling – right. It's kind of depending.
But yeah, and I mean, look, and I know how Jeff feels about Cole Caulfield, but just the fact that he only played like the last 4 regular season games or something like that, and then they just thrust him into the playoffs.
Jeff loves Cole
and he performed the way he performed. Like, I take out of that, like, he's not afraid to be in here and play with these, with these big guys, and I just like having him and basically be ready to come out and, I don't think he's going to be like, the greatest goal scorer ever, like a lot of people say, but I can see him plotting 30 plus, 25 to 30 plus. I think play with Suzuki. Why not?
I can see 30, 34, 35 as a cap.
That's what I mean when I say 30 plus. I mean, 30, 35.
Okay, I usually say big numbers. I'm going to be the voice of reason before Jeff gets to be. I think if we can get 20, 25 goals next season from Caulfield, I'm going to be very happy. Second season,
bring the standard down a little bit. Like the 20 to 25 goals, I think, is what we should expect.
Yeah,
I don't think we should be going in that 40 goal range, that 30 plus range. Like,
not next season. I think he can hit that, but not next season.
If he does, great. But why put that pressure on him today?
No.
I could see 25 to 35 as a good guesstimate for where he's going to finish. To be fair,
next season.
Just one thing.
Well, I mean, he's playing with Suzuki too, and I just the chemistry between those two.
I think 25 goals is going to be a damn good season for the kid in the second season.
Yeah, no,
I mean,
I'm not saying I'd be disappointed if he scores on it. I'm just saying, with that chemistry with Suzuki and his ability that he's shown, like I'm just saying, don't be like shocked if somehow he gets.
And don't be shocked if he ends up in the NHL either. Like that's the.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we can always look at the positive, but
I don't see it.
There could be a slump for any of these young players at any point, and
I'll admit I don't see it with Caulfield, but you're right.
Caulfield's a star.
A lot of people didn't think. A lot of people said they didn't see a slump coming with KK either, and look what happened in the second year.
Exactly, and that's a valid, 100% valid point. And he's a rookie still next season. But I'll give you this experience this year is going to go a long way for him next year as an official rookie next year for a good finish for maybe the Calder.
Honestly, with these young kids, after this playoff run and the big time goals that Caulfield scores, he knows he can hang with the boys. And I have no doubt that with Suzuki and whoever they decide to put on with that wing, I just see big things. The two of them work well together, and they're a solid 1-2 punch. Put someone that can skate with them and protect them.
Okay, I'm gonna what I'm gonna say. I see the same big things as you guys, but I think the difference in what Jeff is, I think, gonna agree with me here, is I can also see where those big things might not happen next year.
I'm not saying they won't happen.
No, ever. Right, but where it could go wrong and where I can see those things as well. So you got to temper it and you got to come somewhere down in the middle. And I think 20 to 25 is.
Like we said all the same things last year about Suzuki and KK after the playoff run. And
that's right.
Suzuki had a good year, but he had a big slump there at one point.
Mm-hmm.
KK
had an up and down year.
Up and down here again, but he's still young enough that
exactly
there's no point in giving up on him yet. Definitely not giving up on him yet.
No.
But as much as we want to dream about the big things, we have to realize that
Caulfield's still a rookie.
It takes time. Not everybody hits that point, boom, right away. So that's the point. And I don't think Caulfield's going to be necessarily that guy either. Do I think he could have that year? Sure, he could. That's for sure he could.
I think a fair assessment is 20 to 25 goals. I don't think that's putting too much pressure on him.
I don't think, and I think that's about what he'd probably be looking at it for himself. That he'd be happy with that. 25 goals would be a great rookie season for anybody.
Quarter of a century goal.
Yeah.
And with assists, that's over 50 points for sure.
50 points, 25 goals. I can legit see that for him.
I see 45. I don't think he's going to be in the same amount of assists. I think he'll have less assists. But then again, he's been doing good that way with the assists. I shouldn't say that.
And like I said,
pretty good pass in the box.
He did. You're right. I don't know why I'm saying that. I take that back.
I just think the chemistry he's got with Suzuki. I just have with that chemistry that he's got with Suzuki. With the two of them together,
this young core has a ton of promise. We can agree on that, right?
Yeah.
Right.
I didn't get to say anything.
Go ahead, Delaney. Go. Delaney's trying.
My final thought. I agree with Matt. Caden Gooley and Norlander, I'm very excited about seeing those guys too, and I hope that
no guarantees.
No, and I think they're probably another year away, maybe two.
Definitely.
Yeah. At least a year.
I don't see too many rookies making this team in the next year or two because Bergevin's going to try and get some veterans to make sure they get another cup run.
No, but wait.
Yeah. And I just hope that they get another coach in Laval that can keep that momentum. That's
the only rookie
worry that I have.
Excuse me. The only rookie I think we're going to see is Poehling because Poehling will be a rookie. And Caulfield, obviously. But I mean, I knew it's going to be Poehling. There's nobody else that's ready yet. Maybe Ilonen, maybe. That's it. I don't think anybody else is ready that we could look at now and say could be that.
I think Palin could be trade bait.
Paling is what?
He could be trade bait.
He could be.
Could be, yeah. No, absolutely. I don't disagree with that.
I don't see them. I don't see them bringing in less experienced players.
I want to take. Let's take a quick move because we're looking. It's a season in review thing. I don't know if this is in review. Oh, maybe it's not. Okay, let's ask this question. Is Montreal a legitimate contender at this point?
No.
Would you consider them a legitimate contender? Now,
No.
this year they were a contender because they were contending for the cup, so you can't say no. That's why the question, are they a legitimate contender? Can we rightfully expect next season that Montreal should be considered, they're going to contend for the cup? I agree with Jeff. I don't think we're not there.
No.
It depends on what the offseason.
We don't have that regular season sustainability.
Just right, though. Depending what the offseason brings.
Right.
So at this point in that question, we can't because we don't know what and we don't know who we're going to lose to Seattle. We also don't know who we're going to lose to Seattle. And we're going to lose somebody more than likely that's good, that's going to hurt the team.
Yeah, every team is.
To Seattle. Every team is going to lose one. So that we don't know. Except Vegas.
Yeah.
Vegas got cap problems themselves they got to figure out.
Yeah. That's the other thing. We don't really have cap issues, too. Like, we have flexibility to go out and, like Jeff said, bring in some experience to kind of bolster the roster. But I think it also comes down to how we perform in the regular season. We haven't shown, that sustainability in the regular season to sustain a really good record throughout. And I think until we do that, I'm not comfortable in saying that, we're official contender. Do I think we can make the playoffs? Yeah, but I wouldn't say we're
a contender this year because we made the finals. We're not a contender, though. I think we're not there yet. We're not. Could we be there after the off season? We could.
Yeah, I think it depends on who we bring in and who
we don't know what moves. But right now, we're not a contender right now.
No.
Quick question from each of you. Who do you think we're going to lose in the expansion draft? Start with Jeff.
I think it's going to be Sherratt.
Delaney.
Speculated. I'm going to say Sherratt as well.
Okay, maybe Kulak. Kulak or Sherratt are mine.
In other words, defenseman. Jeff figures for sure defenseman, and it's going to be one of Kulak or Sherratt. Delaney, you figure Sherratt or?
I was thinking Sherratt or Allen, but Allen's contract and the goaltending list out there, I can't see him bringing in Allen, so I'm pretty sure it's going to come down to Sherratt, Kulak, and I was also thinking of possible re-sign at a decent contract and leave Lehkonen unprotected.
Yeah, I think if there was a forward, I'd probably be worried about losing. It'd be Lehkonen, but no, I think it's going to either be Kulak, Sherratt, or Jake Allen. I really hope it's not Jake Allen because he's the best backup we've had, and Jesus Christ knows how long. And I really in order, like we said, keep Price rested. We need him.
Yeah.
So Allen, out of all those guys, I think Allen probably be the one guy I really don't want to lose. I think Sherratt I could probably live with, especially with there's a few pretty good D-men in the UFA class, and we're gonna have some cap to work with. So I don't think that'll I don't think losing Sherratt will be that bad at all.
You lose Sherratt, you replace him with Merrill. You bring Merrill back.
Merrill's not good.
No, I was thinking maybe. Well, David Savard will probably stay with. He'll probably end up staying with Tampa, but I kind of looked at two when I was looking at the UFAs. I was looking at David Savard, or I was also looking at Alec Martinez. They're both UFAs.
Yeah, we're not talking about that yet. I don't think we're going to get there. As far as for me for the expansion draft, I got to agree with Jeff. I think it's going to be one of the defensemen.
Yeah,
I think odds are it's going to be a defenseman.
Kulak.
I'm thinking we're all pretty much safe to say that it's going to be Ben Sherratt, and that's only because of it's a numbers game. But like Matt said, that free agency list and restricted free agent, they're easily replaceable in real life.
I was saying, the two games I look at right now, and I would say, yeah, I mean, if we lose Sherrod, we can bring in like Alec Martinez or David Savard. I think could fit in. Do I think they need them? No, and I don't think they really. Well, then again, they're both on teams with cap trouble, so
it'd be nice to go for a home run and make a trade to get someone like Seth Jones though, or something. That'd be
Columbus wants an arm and a leg. I mean, Hamilton's also a UFA, but I think he costs way too much money.
I don't think they can afford him.
Yeah, I don't think we can afford him. Like I said, I looked at Savard or Martinez.
I think there's only one option in free agency that they go after, and that's they throw the bank at Ovechkin.
He said he's not leaving Washington.
He's not going anywhere.
But on the topic of goal scorer, the only one I really looked at and said, all right, well, we really need that top line, that top line sniper is Taylor Hall. But again, he's not leaving because of his ego. He's going to want arm or leg. But I did hear that there are a lot of teams that are interested with him. So I don't know if he doesn't work out something with Boston before free agency, maybe. But he'd be the guy if we're gonna throw a lot of money out to get someone that we really need, like to really bolster, like I said in this case, the goal scoring, which we've all kind of touched on. We need another elite goal scorer. I think it'd be Taylor Hall. The price.
I look at it this way.
Wait a second. Taylor Hall's an elite goal scorer?
Not really, no.
But he's almost guaranteed. Like you saw he kind of rejuvenated himself in Boston. If he's on a team that's gonna play well, that gives him a shot, I don't see a reason why he'd score under 20.
Here's how I look at it. They had the opportunity to get him last off season and not pay him a whole lot of money, and they didn't take it. So I don't think they're interested in him.
He signed with Buffalo for $9. I think he wanted too much money. No, we were interested in him, I think.
But we didn't make the move for him. He's not going to cost less this year.
You think he's going to cost $9 million again?
Oh, hell yeah. $8 million. He got $8 million.
Oh, was it 8? Yeah. Well, a lot of my Bruins fans think he's going to take a discount. I'm like, he's got an ego on him. I don't know.
If he stays in Boston, he's going to take a discount.
Well, if he's staying in Boston.
Yeah. Like I said, there's a lot of teams interested in him, so I think it comes down to, can he work something out with Boston? If not, depending on who the teams are, maybe he goes, I'll talk with you.
Every free agent's linked to the Leafs, but I wouldn't be surprised to see him end up with the Leafs.
What's the good of the Leafs? They're not do anything.
My Leaf insider has told me he's not going to the Leafs, and we agree that worst case Ontario, you get Taylor Hall is going to take no less than 6, and that's stretching it. He's got a bit of a head on his shoulder. There's one guy I am interested to see what you guys were going to say about him, and that was Reinhart coming here for some up-the-middle strength.
It depends on what Buffalo wants. They're probably going to ask an arm and a leg because they don't know how the hell to run a hockey team.
But is up-the-middle our problem right now?
Yeah,
but I was going to say, here's the thing.
No, we absolutely do. I think he'd be a good guy to go after. It just depends on what the price is. Like I said, Buffalo's problem. Buffalo has no idea what the hell they're doing. It depends on what they ask.
This might not be a popular opinion, but I was also thinking goodbye to Dandino. So,
who?
Dano.
Oh, Philip Dano. Sorry, I keep calling him Dandino.
I do that too.
Tell you what, is he supposed to be like a mixture of Dadonov and Dano? Like
you're thinking Matthew Dandino.
Joe, JJ.
Matthew Dandino.
No, you're wrong there. It's JJ Daigneault, and he's thinking Matthew Dandino.
Oh, okay.
That's the only Dandino I know of.
Dandino.
You don't know.
JJ Daigneault.
No, that's Daigneault.
I'll win again.
That's a different guy. Where were
different
we?
Guy. 3 different guys.
Okay, let's move on. Let's move on now. I don't want to hit on the entry draft. I don't know what the hell's going on with that.
No,
Look,
I don't think
I
it's
don't
not
care
really
about
that deep of
not
a
a-
class either. It's
Now,
no one knows. It's a big what ifs. I've been watching the hockey guy a little bit, and I'm just like, any of these guys basically can go from
too
1 to
unknown.
10.
It's not my strong point, and I did not pay attention to anybody that I have no idea who. Owen Power, that's the only one I know.
And we're
even
not
people
getting them,
flip-flop,
so...
We're picking 31st. I don't care.
Yeah.
Or 30th. I don't care.
Who the hell even knows if we keep that pick?
We're not talking about it, so let's not waste time with it. So I hope you like that. Please check out the other parts in this 4-part series. Give a thumbs up, leave a comment, and subscribe, and ring the notifications bell to get your daily fix of Bleu Blanc Rouge right here at Talking Habs. Hit the join button and join the membership for weekly members-only content. Thanks for watching, everybody. Stay safe out there, and peace out, y'all.